before I continue on, this is actually what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this before I continue. So here's my line, and remember I just did this tiny little piece and I cut these right here. And then what I do is I move a little bit lower. So here's the middle part. So I started here and I took a small amount here. And then I go a little bit lower, like maybe a couple inches lower. And then I take these hairs like that, and then I'll cut off like a good amount here. Well, there's like kind of like 2 layers here like that. So I'll go about like 1.5 inches, and then I'll flip it over to the other side, and then I'll trim this. And then that's kind of how like you get your layers, and then you work your way down, and then you flip it over, and then you cut. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've kind of lightened the top, like lightened meaning cut some of the top, so you see my layers are a lot shorter. Before so now they're coming down to here, before they were down to here. So I cut about this much. And I basically, to reiterate, I just like take from one side and then pull it over and then cut. And what I also do is I take the mirror and like I look back here and I kind of make sure that there's kind of like a layer going around my head around here, kind of like like a quarter of the way down from the top of my head. That's kind of the length that I'm looking for. And in terms of like the back part, I basically pull it forward like that. So basically just the opposite direction that it falls down in. And then, so I'm okay with that. I think what can happen is that you, or at least for me, I can get really like intense or focused on cutting this top part, because this is almost kind of like one of the most important parts. So I kind of like stopped myself and I said, okay, that's enough for now. I can always go back and do some more, and really you just want to do the outermost layer, like really, really thin. You don't want to take like this much, because then, you don't want to take like that much, because then you're going to really start going down into your longer hairs. So those are my 2 pieces of advice. Now the front part, it doesn't look that much, because my front part, some of them I've kept really long, because sometimes I'm just too chicken to cut the front pieces. But like I'll deal with like the front pieces, like the ones that frame your face are the ones that I deal with last. Like look how bad this is. Like this is like comes down to here, and like this comes down to here. I just chicken out sometimes, but I'll deal with that next or last. So what I want to do now is get on with it, because my kid might start crying, and not crying, but I just really need to hurry this up. And then so I'm gonna cut this part, and I don't really know how I'm gonna do it, so let's just, like, normally I just cut it like this, like 1-2. My hair is not that thick, but I might break it in half. I'm gonna maybe cut it in a quarter, and so because I want it here and it's like this long, I think I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna try to cut it like this, starting from here, because you want to cut upwards, not this way, so you don't get a blunt edge. Blunt edge is kind of like, if you're going for a blunt edge, then great, power to you. But that's not really what I'm going for. So I'm just going to, like, okay, let me start again. All right, this is where I want it to be, so it's like right under my finger. So I'm gonna lift it up, and I'm just gonna kind of cut up, because this is actually where I want it to be, but I'll start cutting from here, so it leaves that much space. And okay, I already did not a straight line. It's okay. You want it kind of choppy, I guess. So there we go. And now it falls just, it's actually kind of perfect because it falls about an inch lower than what I wanted it. So right now it's falling right here. But this inch will allow me to play with that length of hair. And as you can see, or I don't know if you can see, but there's always going to be some like longer ones. So you like pull down what you cut and then, so that's good actually. So then this is this hair right here, shorter, right here, and then this is longer, like that. So I'm going to compare and do the exact same thing. Put my hand kind of like a little bit above where I want it cut here, but I'm going to start pretending like I'm trying to cut here. There we go. And that came a little bit, yeah, it's like about the length, and it's like a couple straggler strands, and it's not even, which is good because, so let me see. I'll bring the camera closer to see if you could see it. Like there. That's what it looks like. Try to focus it. And you see how it's like uneven, but you want it to be uneven because, like I said, I'm not trying to go for that straight, blunt look. This kind of gives it a little bit more body. Now, let's see. This is kind of what it. Oh. This is what it looks like. That's how much hair I cut. So quite a bit. So I still want to, let me set this down here. I still want, so it's coming down right here. I want it to go just a little bit shorter because, Mama! There you go. Mama. Yeah? What? Yeah. What did you do? Did you scratch it?
Yes, I'm hurting.
Oh, you're hurting? Oh. Do you need me to help you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be back. So it didn't look that bad, but it was not as not blunt as I would want it to. So what I did was I took a good portion of my hair, maybe about a third of it, and I'm gonna trim it this way to see how that does. Okay, and then see if that kind of, yeah, that makes it more choppy. So probably should have shown it earlier, but this is, well, I did show you what it looked like, and now this is what it looks like. So this definitely added texture to it, and you can see there's still some blunt here because this is the part that I didn't pull over. So I'm gonna like pull maybe like a little bit more over and do it that way. So it's pretty much how I cut all of my hair to get a non-blunt kind of layered choppy look. So we'll do it here. A good portion of it. That's like the only part left. So it's about 2/3 my hair, and it's a lot of hair to like pull over, so it does take a little bit longer. You really want to smooth it out. I guess I could try to do it like, I could try to use a comb, but I don't want to. So I don't need to cut off too much. So I won't cut off this one because it's long, but this buff, I'm gonna cut off just a little bit. Not even just cutting it off, not even trimming it, just cutting some of it to see what that does. Just a little bit. Kind of helps it make it more choppy. This is coming along. I still want it to be a little. So here, I'll show you again. See how it's less blunt? I mean, obviously it's going to stop somewhere, but it's definitely gives it more body. So I'm going to continue doing that, working on this side of my hair, and then I'm going to cut this side of my hair, and I'll be back. So this is it. I'm not 100% like, oh, it's so, but I'm getting tired, and I think that's when I know it's done. So this is what it looks like from the front. This is what it looks like from the side. It's a little bit shorter. It is. I wanted it actually to be here, but or I originally wanted it to be up here, but then I kind of wanted to go a little bit shorter because my hair grows really fast. And if I want it here, it'll get there really fast. So that's why I cut it a little bit shorter. And this is what it looks like from the back. This part is kind of like longer, but it doesn't want to seem to go away. So it's fine. It kind of gives it dimension, and my hair feels, obviously because it's shorter, but lighter. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It took about probably an hour with one Band-Aid interruption, and so everything. So let me see, in terms of like cutting the bottom part, what I ended up doing is, so I cut it this way, but then to get it textured, you don't have to go all the way across your head, but you kind of like pull it out, and then I cut it, and then you pull it out like that, and then I hold it where it is, and then I do this wherever it's convenient, and that's how I get it to look like this, so it's not a blunt edge. And you just kind of want to always, if not go all the way opposite, kind of pull it out a little bit, and then always kind of, you know, always cut in this way. And you can even like, you pull it out and you can like dangle it however which way, as long as you're holding it in the same place, and cut it like that. And that's how I cut my hair. I hope this is helpful for you. And if you cut your hair, or if you did this trick, please leave a comment below or share your video. I'd love to watch it. And I will talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, I thought it'd be fun to show you how much hair I cut. I cut a lot of hair. Look at that mass of hair. Like, this is my hand. This is like a whole head of hair. It's like a lot of hair. I cut a lot. Look at it. So funny. And so I caught most of it in here, and I have some around the sink and some down there. And that's it. Bye.